Um, uh, what's going on, Bedarians? My name is Bedaric Skazna, of course, and this would be. I probably could have made this a recording, but I still don't know how to like do all the editing stuff, so we'll just put this as a stream. But it's going to be a very smaller stream, to say the least. Oh, so so I had a situation happen last Friday, and I know I don't stream a whole lot and all that, but I do kind of want to mention this because it still kind of affects this whole situation. Um, I have a concussion. I have a mild concussion, and I had fallen. I hit my head, and I had what's called a focal awareness, or sorry, focal impairment, or focal impaired awareness seizure. So pretty much, I had lost a lot of pressure and a lot of pressure in my head, and I had fallen and I hit my head, and I ended up getting a mild concussion. I am doing okay, but I am kind of limited to what I can and can't do. Um, I'm kind of on here since I do record a lot of Minecraft, so I thought I would just record this on Minecraft. Um, let me disable that. I pretty much ended up having to go to the ER for this, and I had to get checked out and everything. Um, I'm fine by normal standards. I'm not having anything major happen or whatever, but I do have a mild concussion, and so I had to kind of take some breaks and all that, and I can't play for long. That's why I'm kind of not really playing, and I just kind of have this as a background, if you will. Um, um, I pretty much had a lot of relaxing. I've been obviously very tired. I'm kind of starting to not be as tired anymore, so that's probably a good sign of me kind of getting over this. So I am actually going to be going back to work tomorrow. Oh, um, but yeah, so that's kind of happened the last couple days. I want to kind of talk about something because it's on my head right now, and I'm gonna forget about it. Um, I have left. Uh, I left a server. I think I streamed with a couple of these people before, but I didn't really do a whole lot and all that with them. But I could be wrong. But I won't name names, but essentially what happened with the whole, I think I've mentioned the whole situation of the roleplay server I was in, and that was hosted by a certain somebody by the name of that starts with J. Essentially, almost happened again. Pretty much, somebody got very manipulative, tried to take control over everything, and just ended up being not a great person, and and it ended up hurting one of my friends, of course. Um, pardon me. Sorry, I know I just said I haven't been as tired, but it is 9. It is 9:10 right now, so I am a little tired. I'm doing okay, for the most part. In my head. Um, Pretty much, I I joined. The one thing I will say is I had joined the server I'm on right now through these people, and I eventually did take a break from the server because a different situation happened. But I this situation's old and something I don't really care about because it was kind of unnecessary. But the people that kind of showed me the server ended up being not the greatest people, and pretty much just kind of ended up not being not being fun. Um, but they started their own server, and I didn't play in their server. I just think that their server was kind of just not for me. I wasn't going to be active in that server anyway, so I left it. Um, but I'm helping a different server that is actually currently on hiatus. I've been in the world before. I'll actually pop in that world now. It's the Cottage Core server. I love the Cottage Core server. It's so fun. Whoa. Um, my goodness, son. So I decided to come and applied for mod. I did this by normal means. Um, so yeah, I am a moderator here, but kind of as soon as I had a lot of things, some unfortunate situations did happen, and whoa, okay, that is new. Whose house is this? This was not here. I mean, they got banners and everything. Is this the town hall? I wonder if, okay, I think I know who's been working on this. But anyway, um, essentially, I have been kind of helping around in this server and everything. I do really like, that's funny. like the server and everything, but it did eventually ended up going on hiatus because one of my friends, the owner, is having just personal, well, stuff. I'm not gonna say here, but they're having a lot of personal stuff happen right now. So the server is temporarily on hiatus. So the whole reset that we were talking about and everything kind of ended up not. It's kind of being unpaused. Um, I kind of want to talk about some things. Um, I, I don't like talking about negative things, but I'm gonna do it just because I kind of want something to talk about. I am not doing good financially. Even though I'm working, my dad's working. My mom's hopefully going to be working. She's not working right now. She's been trying to get another job, but this day and age, trying to get a job at this point is trying to win the lottery, or a mini lottery, I should say, not a lottery. So, pretty much the only thing I can say is that we are trying and everything, but there's just a lot of whoa, whoa. I'm taking screenshots. I don't mean to take screenshots. I did the 4K screenshots. Um. So I. How do I say this? I've been trying to help where I can with a lot of my friends, but I end up hurting myself because of the whole thing I mentioned earlier, my concussion and all that. But I probably won't put this in the description, but we have a GoFundMe up, and we're just really trying to get move on, or I don't know how to really explain this. Not move on, but like try to get our bearings, because unfortunately the state I live in is just so expensive for no apparent reason, and other than coming down to, of course, greed. I mean, the houses around here for rent is upwards of like $3,000 to $4,000 a month. So that should tell you on how crazy it is right here. Like, I'm sorry, rent should not be about 3,000 a month. I can say a high end of maybe to 2,500 for the area I'm in, but should nowhere be 3,000. And let alone there's some houses kind of near me that are like upwards of almost $4,000 a month, and I just find that completely ridiculous. We should not be living in an economy right now that is this high of cost, and that's not even including food, electricity, internet, phone, water, whatever. I think my personal opinion is that people who kind of do the overall looking at the economy and everything, kind of look at the majority of people, who are people who are very wealthy and can spend about 1,000, 12,000 a month or every other week just for to even get by, and they try to base off. I don't know, but I don't know the whole technicality behind all that, but this is just what it feels like. Essentially, it's just that people are looking at the houses, seeing the majority of people spending almost like 8,000 a month between the rent, food, electricity, or whatever, and pretty much says, oh, if these people can, everybody else should be able to. So all the rent and everything for people like me who are relying on low rent and don't make as much money. I hate saying this, but even like um, even what's it called? Even apartments, they're upwards of like 1,200 a month. And this is not including food, internet, phone, or whatever utilities you need to pay. And of course, like if you're moving into somewhere, you need to do the down payment. And so, of course, there's a couple that's already for your first month. You're already paying like $2,400 just to live in a 1 bedroom apartment. So yeah, that's I know that's kind of the economy now, but it's really kind of screwing me over because the job I work at, I really do like my job, but my job's a local business, the only location in the entire area. Oh, I'm just realizing this is probably not even my microphone. Yeah, there we go. That that might sound better. So my microphone quality might have changed later on. I hope people are able to hear me at least. But anyway, essentially, in the end, we're struggling financially, got a concussion, trying to do my best, live, be active, and all that. And unfortunately, it's becoming really, really difficult right now. And um, lately, honestly, I'm probably going to say this year is I have probably honestly started to kind of slightly feel a little alone. Alone. I have friends that I obviously tell, and they feel bad, and they give me comfort and everything. But by alone, it's more of I don't have a lot of people to talk to. I don't talk to a lot of people. I hate saying this because he's, obviously my best friend of, 14, 15 years. But I haven't really talked to my best friend because he's so busy. I have another friend I like to talk to, and if you guys don't know, if you ever heard of the Killer Vibes, there's music. I know there's probably quite a bit, but me and my friend Matt, we have a channel where, unfortunately, I know it's frowned upon, but we're doing AI music. But the lyrics are ones he's writing, so it's not complete AI. But we do And it's just more of a side project we're doing. We're not. That's probably not where our main focus is probably going to be anymore. But even I would say him, I don't talk to as frequently, eh, eh, as much anymore, and I've kind of gotten to the point of just I want to do something. I want to play with friends. I want to hang out with people. But I've gotten into a situation where it just feels like nobody wants anything to do. So I usually end up feeling completely and utterly alone. And, if my mom happens to read this, then I probably gonna feel a little bad because I play with a lot of friends. I hang out with Shin. In fact, I talked to him today, and he's probably the only person right now, besides maybe a once in a while appearance from a couple of other friends, that I generally talk to. But we only have so much we can talk about, and I don't know. I wish I could just be able to talk to my friends, but they're all just busy. They don't have they have their own thing going on. I can't just obviously tell them to stop what they're doing to come talk to me because then I'm too pushy. I should probably get rid of that. I didn't realize I kept that. But I just, I don't know. I really didn't think I'd be in a situation where I genuinely wanted to hang out with people and just I don't have anybody to hang out with. Again, I got Shin, but we can only talk about so much. The our different game, the way we play games and everything, we are very different. We don't play a whole lot of multiplayer games because the games that he likes are somewhat different, and that's why I would say probably most of my streams recently have just been meow. Most of my streams recently have been solo streams. Streams I have just been playing completely by myself, nobody joining me, nobody, whatever, nobody here, nobody with me. Sometimes I'll be in a stream and I'll get a message from like Shin or somebody. But other than that, like I generally do barely even talk to anybody, and it just kind of sucks because you know I feel like every time I do end up telling them that hey, I'm feeling. I kind of nonchalantly tell them that like hey, I want something due on board or whatever. I get kind of pushed off. And unfortunately, it comes down to like people like playing what they like, you know, and I'm fine with that, obviously. And of course, there's other people who have limitations on what they can play. So it's not like I can't. They won't play with me. It's just the situation has it where just most people are too busy to play, or they just can't play the same thing as me, and I just end up it ends up being kind of unfortunate. Oops, I opened up Steam. Hi, Emmy. So, yeah, I kind of just wish I could do a little bit more. I guess as of recently, I've been playing a lot of single player games because of this whole like nobody really wanting to play situation. Which it's fine. People have what they do what they want. They have what they need, or they can do what they want, and they play what they want. And I can't. I'm not gonna just tell them to stop doing what they want to enjoy just to come play with me or whatever. So yeah, I yeah, that's pretty much all. I guess I can't really think of anything else. Just you know, life wise, I'm struggling. I've gotten concussion. I obviously feel a little bit of a little alone and all that. And then online, it's um online. I just kind of been doing my own thing and all that, and I've had the one situation happen, but it's not too big of a deal. But I hope you guys enjoy. Like I said, this was going to be a little smaller